Have you ever woken up in the morning, looked in the mirror, and wondered where all that youthful energy and determination went? Or perhaps you caught yourself thinking, I used to be so disciplined. Why does it feel so hard now? My dear friends, if you're in your 50s, 60s, or beyond, living in places like the quiet suburbs of America, the bustling streets of London, or the sunny shores of Australia, I want you to know something profound. Self-discipline isn't lost with age. It's something we can reclaim and master every single day. Imagine your life as a beautiful garden, one that you've nurtured over decades. But gardens don't thrive on neglect. They flourish with consistent care. Today, I'm sharing 7 secrets to mastering self-discipline, drawn from years of guiding people just like you toward lives filled with purpose, vitality, and quiet satisfaction. These aren't harsh rules or impossible standards. They're gentle, practical tools designed to fit into your real life, whether you're enjoying retirement, balancing family, or pursuing new passions. We'll explore each one with stories from folks who've walked this path, vivid examples to make it stick, and simple steps to get you started. By the end, you'll feel empowered to take that first step. So, settle in with your favorite cup of tea or coffee, and let's embark on this journey together. Your best days? They're not behind you. They're waiting to be crafted one disciplined choice at a time. Secret 1. Start small with one tiny habit. Let's begin with the foundation of all great changes. Starting small. Self-discipline is about grand gestures that burn you out. It's about planting one tiny seed and watching it grow. Think of it like tending to a single flower in your garden before tackling the whole plot. Why does this work? Because our brains love quick wins. They release a little burst of feel-good chemicals that make us want to keep going. Overloading yourself leads to frustration, but a small habit builds confidence like stacking bricks into a sturdy wall. Consider Sarah, a 58-year-old elementary school teacher from a small town in Ohio. After years of putting her students and family first, she noticed her health slipping, extra pounds, low energy, and that nagging sense of, I should do better. The idea of joining a gym or overhauling her diet felt overwhelming, like climbing a mountain in one leap. So, she decided on one tiny habit, a 10-minute walk around her neighborhood every morning, right after her first cup of coffee. At first, it was just that, 10 minutes, no more, but something magical happened. Those walks cleared her mind, boosted her mood, and soon she found herself naturally extending them to 15, then 20 minutes. Within a month, she felt more energized, and that small success spilled over. She started choosing healthier snacks without forcing it. Now, 2 years later, Sarah walks 30 to 40 minutes daily, has lost 25 pounds, and feels more vibrant than she has in decades. Her secret? She didn't try to change everything. She mastered one thing at a time. So, how can you apply this? Right now, identify one tiny habit that aligns with the goal you have. Maybe it's drinking a full glass of water upon waking, or spending 5 minutes organizing your desk before bed. Make it so small that it's impossible to say no. Commit to it for just 7 days, and track it in a simple notebook. You'll be amazed at how the snowball effect builds your discipline muscle, making bigger changes feel achievable. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and yours can start today. Secret 2. Create a morning ritual you love. Now, let's talk about the power of your mornings. How you start your day often determines how it unfolds, like setting the sails on a boat before heading out to sea. A morning ritual isn't a rigid schedule. It's a loving routine that nourishes your soul and sets a tone of calm intention. For many of us in our later years, mornings can feel rushed or aimless, especially if the kids are grown or work has slowed. But a simple ritual reclaims that time, turning it into a sacred space for self-discipline. Meet John, a 62-year-old retired engineer from Sydney, Australia. After retiring, he found himself drifting, waking up late, scrolling through endless news feeds on his phone, which left him feeling anxious and unmotivated by noon. He realized this habit was sabotaging his days. Drawing inspiration from a book on mindfulness, John created a 15-minute morning ritual he truly enjoyed. First, gentle stretching to loosen his joints, then brewing a pot of his favorite herbal tea while listening to birds outside, and finally, jotting down 3 things he was grateful for in a worn leather journal. It wasn't fancy, no apps or timers, just actions that made him feel grounded and positive. Over time, this ritual became his anchor. It reduced his stress, improved his focus, and even helped him tackle long postponed projects like organizing his garage. John now says it's the best gift he's given himself in retirement. To create your own, think about what brings you joy and peace. Maybe it's 5 minutes of deep breathing, reading a page from an uplifting book, or simply sitting quietly with your thoughts while watching the sunrise. Keep it under 15 minutes to start, so it feels inviting rather than obligatory. Do it consistently for a week, and notice how it infuses your day with discipline. This isn't about perfection. It's about starting your day with kindness toward yourself, setting the stage for choices that honor your well-being. Secret 3. Plan your day with purpose. Discipline without direction is like a ship without a compass. You might move, but not toward your desired destination. Planning your day with purpose gives your efforts meaning, turning random tasks into steps toward a life you cherish. In our 50s and beyond, with more freedom comes the risk of days blending together. A simple plan combats that, fostering a sense of control and accomplishment. Consider Margaret, a 55-year-old community nurse from London. Her shifts were unpredictable, and evenings often dissolved into exhaustion and TV marathons. She felt her personal goals, learning to paint, spending more time with grandchildren, slipping away. One evening, inspired by a colleague's advice, she sat down with a notepad and planned her next day. Just 3 priorities, like call my daughter for 10 minutes, practice painting for 15 minutes, and prepare a healthy dinner. She did this every night before bed, keeping it brief and realistic. This habit transformed her weeks. She completed more, felt less overwhelmed, and rediscovered joy in her hobbies. Margaret's story shows that planning isn't about filling every hour. It's about prioritizing what truly matters. Here's how to do it. Each evening, take 5 minutes to reflect on tomorrow. Write down 3 purposeful tasks, not chores, but actions that align with your values, like nurturing relationships, health, or learning. Be specific. Walk in the park for 20 minutes instead of exercise. Review your list in the morning as part of your ritual. This practice builds discipline by creating a gentle structure, helping you navigate life's uncertainties with grace. Over time, you'll find your days feel more fulfilling, as if you're the author of your own story. Secret 4. Embrace the power of no. One of the most liberating secrets to self-discipline is learning to say no with kindness. It's not about being rude or isolated. It's about guarding your precious time and energy like a treasured resource. As we age, invitations and requests multiply, from family obligations to social events, and saying yes to everything can leave us depleted, resenting our own choices. Take David, a 60-year-old small business owner from sunny California. Running his landscaping company for 35 years, he prided himself on being the go-to guy for favors, helping neighbors with yard work, attending every community meeting. But it left him exhausted, with no time for his passion, woodworking in his garage. One day, when asked to chair yet another committee, he paused and said, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I need to focus on my own projects right now." That first no felt awkward, but it freed up an afternoon for woodworking, reigniting his creativity. Soon, he said no to non-essential tasks regularly, using that time for walks with his wife and building custom furniture. David's energy soared, and his business even improved because he was more focused. Practice this by identifying one area where you're overcommit, perhaps social media scrolling or unnecessary errands. The next time a request comes, ask yourself, does this align with my priorities? If not, respond gently. I appreciate the ask, but I can't commit right now. Start small, maybe once this week, and feel the freedom it brings. Saying no is an act of self-love, ensuring your yes are given with full heart and discipline. Secret 5. Track your progress. What gets measured gets managed. This timeless wisdom is key to sustaining discipline. Tracking isn't about judgment. It's a compassionate way to see your growth, celebrate progress, and adjust course. In our busy lives, it's easy to overlook small victories, but documenting them creates a tangible record of your journey. Meet Linda, a 65-year-old grandmother from Melbourne, Australia. After her husband passed, she wanted to rediscover her love for reading, but distractions like TV and household chores kept her from it. She started a simple journal. Each evening, she'd note the book she read and how many pages. At first, it was just 10 pages a day, but seeing the entries accumulate, 5 books in 3 months, motivated her deeply. She added notes on what she loved about each story, turning tracking into a reflective ritual. Last year, Linda read 25 books, expanding her world and finding solace in stories. Her journal became a cherished companion, reminding her of her resilience. To track effectively, choose a tool that suits you, a notebook, phone app, or even a wall calendar. Focus on 1 or 2 habits, like daily steps or moments of gratitude. Log them daily and review weekly. What worked? What needs tweaking? This builds discipline through awareness, turning abstract goals into concrete achievements. It's not about being perfect. It's about honoring your efforts and watching yourself bloom. Secret 6. Forgive yourself and keep going. Life isn't a straight path, and neither is discipline. Slips happen to everyone. The true secret is forgiveness, treating yourself with the same compassion you'd offer a dear friend. Dwelling on mistakes erodes motivation, but gentle self-forgiveness fuels persistence. Take Robert, a 57-year-old accountant from Bristol, England, committed to a new fitness routine after a health scare. He was consistent for months, gym 3 times a week. Then, a family wedding threw him off. He missed a whole week and felt like a failure. Instead of quitting, Robert sat quietly and reminded himself, "You're human and that's okay. What's next?" He restarted with a 10-minute home workout, rebuilding gradually. That forgiveness kept him going. Now, he's fitter than ever and shares his story to encourage others. When you falter, maybe skipping a planned walk or indulging in an extra treat, pause and say, "I forgive myself. This doesn't define me." Then ask, what's one small step back on track? This mindset shifts discipline from punishment to empowerment. Practice it daily, and you'll find resilience grows, making consistency a natural part of who you are. Secret 7. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Finally, never underestimate the joy of celebration. Discipline thrives on positive reinforcement. Acknowledging wins, big or small, keeps the fire burning. It's like watering your garden after planting, essential for growth. Consider a 61-year-old librarian from Chicago, struggling with home organization post-retirement. Her cluttered space mirrored her inner chaos. She started small, tidying 1 drawer a day. After each, she'd brew her favorite chamomile tea and sit in her favorite chair, savoring the accomplishment. That ritual made the task enjoyable. Soon, her home transformed, and so did her confidence. And now celebrates weekly with a bouquet of fresh flowers, reminding herself of her progress. Make celebration a habit. After a disciplined act, pause for a moment of gratitude. Perhaps a deep breath, a smile in the mirror, or a small treat like listening to your favorite song. Keep it simple and tied to your values. This reinforces that discipline is rewarding, not drudgery. Over time, it'll make your efforts sustainable and your life richer. As we wrap up, I invite you to sit quietly for a moment. Reflect on these 7 secrets. Starting small, crafting a morning ritual, planning with purpose, embracing no, tracking progress, forgiving slips, and celebrating wins. Which one speaks to your heart today? Imagine incorporating it into your life. How might it change your days, your weeks, your years? You've got the wisdom of experience. Now, pair it with these gentle disciplines and watch your life unfold with renewed purpose. I'd love to connect with you. Share in the comments what resonated most, or what's one discipline you'll try this week. Your stories inspire us all. If this video warmed your spirit or sparked an idea, please like it, subscribe for more heartfelt guidance, and share with a friend who could use a nudge toward growth. Every like and share extends a circle of encouragement. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, self-discipline is your ally in creating a life of quiet strength and joy. Until next time, take good care, and here's to you, mastering each day with grace.